Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the all-new 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser, a nameplate that's conquered deserts, mountains, and city streets for decades and now returns with a bold hybrid twist and a more nimble footprint. The moment you spot its familiar upright stance, you know Toyota has stayed true to the Land Cruiser's go-anywhere heritage, yet a closer look reveals a thoroughly modern SUV built for today's roads and your toughest adventures. At first glance, the Land Cruiser's face is unmistakable. Round LED headlights sit within a bold trapezoidal grille, a nod to the classic FJ40 models while embracing contemporary Toyota styling. Chrome accents outline the grille's mesh inserts, and a sculpted hood with two power bulges hints at the efficient but eager hybrid engine beneath. Flared fenders house 18-inch all-terrain tires on every trim, while black finish roof rails and side steps add purposeful utility. Around back, squared-off taillights echo the front lamp's circular motif, framing a meter-wide tailgate that lifts to reveal the cargo area. Subtle character lines along the doors give the Land Cruiser visual muscle without veering into flashy territory, respecting its rugged lineage. Once inside, the cabin welcomes you with a surprisingly refined atmosphere. Soft-touch surfaces cover the dash and door tops, and every control falls naturally to hand. Toyota's designers split the dash into two tiers. The upper houses a generously sized 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment display, while the lower tier angles toward the driver, putting climate, audio, and drive mode knobs within easy reach, even when you're off-road and wearing gloves. Standard heated seats cradle your torso and thighs, and on the higher Land Cruiser trim, ventilated leather upholstery invites you to tailor your comfort at the push of a button. A written contrast stitch along the seats and console injects warmth into the otherwise utilitarian layout, reminding you that this is a premium Toyota. Underpinning this modern classic is Toyota's new turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder hybrid powertrain, the same one that earned praise in the latest Tacoma. It marries a direct-injected gasoline engine with two electric motors and a small, high-voltage battery pack to generate a combined 326 horsepower. That total feels robust when you're crawling over rocks or merging onto highways after long cruises. The 8-speed automatic transmission shifts quickly, and while you won't be winning drag races, the LC hits 60 miles per hour in about 7.7 seconds. It delivers smooth, linear acceleration whether you're hauling camping gear or overtaking slow-moving traffic. Most importantly for off-roaders, the electric motors fill in torque gaps at low RPM, giving you immediate response when you need to crawl over logs or scale steep inclines. Toyota's legendary four-wheel drive system remains intact, complete with a 2-speed transfer case, locking center differential, and crawl control mode that modulates brake and throttle inputs to maintain a steady pace on treacherous terrain. Hill descent control helps you conquer steep declines without touching the brake pedal, and multi-terrain select lets you tailor throttle mapping to mud, sand, rock, or snow. Even on pavement, the Land Cruiser's relaxed or sport drive modes fine-tune throttle response, steering weight, and transmission shift points to suit your mood, whether you're tackling twisty canyon roads or gliding down the interstate. Speaking of interstate, the Land Cruiser's highway manners have vastly improved. A strengthened unibody chassis, firmer suspension bushings, and refined hydraulic mounts translate to less body roll and a more composed ride at speed. Toyota's engineers added extra acoustic insulation in the floor and roof, and the cabin becomes a sanctuary once you breach 70 miles per hour. Engine whine and tire roar all but vanish, leaving only the hum of wind past the mirrors. On long trips, cruise control with lane centering assist allows hands-on wheel support as the Land Cruiser tracks between white lines, reducing fatigue on cross-country journeys. When it comes to practicality, the Land Cruiser's two-row 5-seat layout might disappoint families longing for a third row, but the trade-off is a cargo area that swallows up 32 cubic feet of gear behind the rear bench and expands to over 64 cubic feet with the seats folded flat. A low cargo floor and wide opening make loading mountain bikes or luggage effortless, and hidden underfloor storage keeps valuables out of sight. Cup holders, phone trays, and door pockets are strategically placed throughout the cabin, ensuring your devices, water bottles, and tools always have a home. Connectivity in the 2026 Land Cruiser is state-of-the-art. The standard 12.3-inch touchscreen runs Toyota's newest multimedia system, complete with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Amazon Alexa integration. 2 USB-C ports and a 12-volt outlet live in the center console, plus a wireless charging pad keeps your phone topped off. For backseat passengers, a pair of USB-A ports and roof-mounted reading lights make road trips more comfortable. Toyota's Remote Connect app lets you check fuel level, lock or unlock doors, and start the climate control from your smartphone, vital for cooling down or warming up the cabin before you step inside. Safety hasn't taken a backseat either. Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 bundles forward collision alert with pedestrian and daytime bicyclist detection, lane departure warning with steering assist, and road sign assist to keep you informed. Blind spot monitoring with rear cross-traffic alert protects you during lane changes or backing out of tight spots, while front and rear parking sensors, plus an optional surround view camera, eliminate blind zones when maneuvering in crowded lots. The Land Cruiser also introduces adaptive cruise control with traffic light recognition, so when you creep up to a red light, the SUV can bring itself to a halt and then resume once the light turns green, all without you touching the pedals. For those curious about running costs, the Land Cruiser's EPA rates sit at 23 miles per gallon combined, 22 in the city and 25 on the highway, a notable improvement over the previous V8 model. In our real-world highway test, we saw around 21 miles per gallon at a steady 75 miles per hour, close enough to the official numbers that you can trust Toyota's estimates. If you plan extensive towing, the Land Cruiser can haul up to 6,000 pounds when properly equipped, outpacing rivals like the Ford Bronco and Jeep Wrangler in trailer capacity. Just remember that towing will pull fuel economy down, as will off-road excursions, so budget accordingly for your adventures. Pricing for the 2026 Land Cruiser starts around $60,000 for the base 1958 trim, which features round headlights and simpler finishes, while the Land Cruiser trim we recommend begins near $64,000. That model adds ventilated front seats, a 10-speaker JBL stereo, the larger 12.3-inch display, and wider all-terrain tires, essentials for anyone who plans to spend time off the beaten path. Leather upholstery, a heated steering wheel, and additional chrome accents further distinguish the higher trim, giving the LC a premium feel worthy of its storied name. Ultimately, the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser blends time-honored off-road prowess with modern hybrid efficiency and updated technology, all wrapped in a tidier footprint that navigates narrow trails more easily. It may forego a third row, but it gains fuel savings, improved handling, and a more accessible price tag than its V8 predecessor. Whether you're forging new paths or simply craving a refined yet rugged SUV, the new Land Cruiser stands ready to carry on its legendary legacy into the hybrid era. Thanks for joining me on this detailed tour of the upcoming 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit that like button, subscribe for more insider looks at the latest vehicles, and leave a comment below telling me which Land Cruiser feature you're most excited to experience. I'll see you out on the trails, or the highway, in the next video.